Hi guys, welcome back to another episode. I'm Andrea.
And I'm Morgan, and this is Opinionated Moms.
I can't wait to get into headlines. I feel like you got some stuff for us, and then tell me.
Oh, it's been so busy in the Bravo world. Okay,
I know, and BravoCon's coming up.
I
I
know.
cannot wait for that.
I wish we could
Um,
go next
but
year.
tell us, tell
Okay,
us.
so first of all, Bravo and Reebok have a collab going on. Have you heard about it?
No.
They have shoes for some of the Real Housewife franchises. So
Okay.
each franchise has their own sneaker and it's different colors. The only thing I don't like, and I'll link this in the caption for you guys, the only thing that I don't like is that it says the franchise on the shoe. So like
Mm.
Real Housewives Salt Lake City, it's like purple and like blue, but it says RHOSLC, and I don't know. I just don't like that.
Yeah, okay. I am like looking this up right now. I had no idea that they had a collab. Um,
I think it's cute.
that's cute, but like I don't want it to say the franchise on there.
Right. Because I'm like, nobody needs to know.
Nobody needs to know.
But
Nobody
they do
needs to
have a
know.
BravoCon edition and it's white and gold. And that one, as far as I know, only says Reebok. It doesn't say Bravo or anything on it. And
Oh my
I,
gosh, these are so
they are
cute.
really cute. I just wish it didn't say the franchise.
I know, okay, I not that I'm gonna get these shoes, but these are so freaking cute.
Yes.
The RHOA for Atlanta
Mhm.
and the Potomac, I really, really like those.
The New York
They'll
ones, I probably wouldn't wear, but they remind me of a sneaker that I would have worn in high school.
Yeah, the Beverly Hills one, that sucks. Like that silver looking thing,
That
that looks
looks
like
like something that the older housewives would wear, like the 50 and 60-year-old housewives. Like that's what
like an orthopedic shoe. It's giving
yeah.
like orthopedic.
Hmm.
Oh my gosh, this is okay, I love that. I love that. Just I'm not gonna purchase it.
But it's
But
cute to look at. It's a good
it's
idea.
cute. It's
Yeah.
cute.
All right. So
Okay.
next, Ramona, everyone
Oh
knows
my gosh, I
Ramona.
haven't heard her in a minute.
She's acting now. She
What what isn't this woman doing?
exactly, exactly. She is in a Tubi movie.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
It literally looks like it was filmed in her apartment. I didn't
Oh.
watch it yet, but I did watch I saw a trailer somewhere for it. She plays
Hmm.
the mom and the daughter is like in her 20s and she married this guy that her mom doesn't approve of and I don't really understand what the plot is about. That's pretty much all I got, if I'm being honest. But something about the daughter is like shady, but she like needs the mom. And so Ramona plays the rich single white female mom. So
Mm,
she's literally
that tracks.
herself.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's well, that's exciting. Claps for Ramona.
I'm gonna watch it when I like
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
curious.
not gonna lie, that's something I would want to check out. I know it's gonna be so bad. I'm gonna have no expectations, but I do
Yes.
want to check that out.
I'm definitely gonna watch that for sure. Okay, Portia gave a birthday shout out recently to Brit Eady, which was very confusing. The comment, first of all, the post that she made was just, it was a carousel, but the first photo was a photo of just Brit. So that was the confusing part because I don't follow Brit Eady. So to
Mm,
see a giant photo of her pop up, I was like, why is she here? And then I saw
hmm.
the caption and it was from Portia. It was like, happy birthday, whatever, whatever. And I was very confused. I was like, are they friends? Like, were you on last season? I don't think
Hmm.
I don't think they
Yeah,
should
that's
be friends.
interesting. I mean, I remember watching it in the after show. I don't know if you watched the after show for Atlanta last season. It was her, Britt Eady, and then once Phaedra came on, Phaedra joined them in the after show. But you would think that Phaedra and Britt were like best friends. Like Shamia
Mhm.
who? Like no, it was Britt Eady and Portia. And I was like, that's interesting. So I'm not surprised. Honestly, I just didn't really think I don't know, they'd still be friends after the show. But
Yeah.
interesting.
Weird. Okay. And then Real Housewives of New York allegedly Sai and Aaron are going to be the only ones to return. Which I'm not upset at that. I just assumed that Uba and Jessel would for sure be coming back. Like you picked Aaron?
Yeah, I think Erin, I think she's just I'm not surprised. I'm happy they brought back Sai. I really do like her.
Mhm.
I love her fashion. I think she's feisty. Last season, I feel like she was a little bit more. I don't know. I think she was trying to tone it down a little bit. So I do hope we get to see her little like fiery side. Erin, I'm not surprised at all. Like the fans love Erin. They love her husband. She's super honest on, or well, I don't know how honest, but she talks about what goes on in her marriage,
You're
what's
right.
going on with her parents. Whereas Uba, I love Uba, but I feel like Uba is trying to be more private in her relationship. I think she just got engaged too. So I'm not surprised. Jessel, I'm surprised because I feel like she would do anything to stay on the show.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, so good
I
for
don't know.
them.
I'm gonna watch it regardless because apparently
I'm
I'm
gonna
on
watch it
for
too.
punishment. So, um, okay, like I said, lots of random things happening in the world. So, Real Housewives of Atlanta, Kelly
Oh,
hired Phaedra to represent her in court with the battle with her ex. And I completely forgot until I looked at the comments that Phaedra represented Sheree.
completely forgot to, and
Right.
I saw the clip where Cynthia tells Phaedra, "Win a case," and during the
Yes.
reunion. She's like, "Win a case," and she's like, "You worry about your 24 cases," and I was like, I don't remember. Did Phaedra win that case for her?
No. And what's Sheree's ex's name?
Trey Whitfield.
Whatever.
Bob, Bob, Bob,
Bob.
Bob,
The most common name we forgot. Bob, he represented himself during that time.
and he won,
Yeah.
dude.
That's what the comments told me. I could be wrong. I didn't actually verify that, so I'm sorry if I'm wrong.
No, that's okay. I just want to know, like, I'm not joking at all. Is Kelly serious about wanting to win? Like, I don't understand why she would hire Phaedra. Did she get a discount? Did Phaedra like go back and like study some more and like go actually win some cases? I'm confused why you would hire Phaedra.
I don't
Was
know.
it a,
She
was it a
said she's quoted in saying, her ex made threats of litigation against the network. Kelly said the filming had been immediately impacted. She said the show producers planned to film her daughter's homecoming dance, but were unsure how to proceed because of the lawsuit her ex threatened to have. I don't know what she's doing. I don't know. Kelly is confusing the Jesus out of me, I'll tell you that much.
I mean, if I'm being completely honest, I that doesn't really make sense to me. Kelly is someone else who, if I'm being completely honest, I like her. Watching her in the first and her last season, I felt like when she was like throwing all these like super extravagant dog parties for no reason, the amount of money she is spending on her dog, and then I'm not bashing her as a mom, but like the amount of money of logos she was buying her daughter, like those 16 purses that are all like named like really expensive brands. I just thought, is that the smartest thing to do when like you're, I don't know, going through financial hardship with like your ex, you know? I don't know, like I feel like to me it was giving like she's trying to put up this like keeping up with the Joneses. It's what it was giving me.
I think she just wanted to come in, show off because it was her first
I
season.
don't know. It came off tacky to me. It came off tacky, but
Mhm.
you know what? And it tracks because she hired Phaedra, and I'm just like, what?
Yeah, I wouldn't have done that.
But
No.
yeah, that's awesome.
All right, so Real Housewives in Miami.
Mm, could have been a
Alexia.
two-parter.
Alexia was, yeah. Alexia was reportedly seen out on a date with Todd. Right.
Recently, even though he's like suing NBC and Bravo,
Yes.
I don't get
And
this
fans
relationship.
are pissed.
Yeah. Okay, and I want to say in the reunion, in part one, two, and three, there was no need for part three, if I'm being completely honest.
Um,
Where was the segment where they're talking about Todd? Where was that segment? They
I feel
don't
like
talk about it.
I feel like she kind of just like shut it down because she was just like,
That's not
"Oh,
fair,
we're divorced. I moved on. Blah 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 blah." Obviously
but
not.
that's so unfair because then you have everyone else who has to talk about their own issues and problems. But let's say like that was your storyline this year. You were going through one of the hardest parts in of your life. in that moment. And then reunion time, you guys don't even talk about it. And then now you're spotted being seen with him when he's suing NBC. Make it make sense.
Yes.
I'm so confused.
I am too. I kind of gave up on Alexia. I was just like, okay, whatever. I hold out for everyone, you know. I'm like, maybe we don't know the full story. You don't know how it looks in the press, blah blah blah. But
But
after
this man is
he moved
actively
out,
online.
he moved out in front of your son, who obviously, and not only just in front of your child, but your child who has
Hmm.
needs
Yeah.
assistance. I don't know the proper word, but he needs assistance. And I
Yeah.
just think that's really effed up.
It makes me think, like, I don't know, like what, like you're saying, there's gotta be more to the story. Um, because on Reunion, she says that literally, like, she's closed that chapter, she's not with him.
They didn't own property together. They didn't have any children together. So I'm not, there's no reason for them to be talking after a divorce is
That's so
final.
weird. It's so interesting. I'm,
Whatever. She's
but
stupid.
I
Um,
do feel just my thoughts on the part three. I thought part three was unnecessary. I don't really feel like we needed it.
yeah,
Like
me
it could
either,
have been a two-parter.
for sure. I think
Yeah,
yeah, I was over it. So Julia after the reunion, let me find it. Okay,
she
so
checked herself in.
to rehab. Yes. Well, she posted a photo last week of her and Martina, and the caption says, "When it's real, you don't need to prove it." But anyway,
But you gotta
um,
post it on social media.
right. But yes, she did check herself into treatment for PTSD. And I just like, what? Okay, so she was quoted in saying, "There's no excuse for throwing things or screaming. I take full responsibility and accountability for my behavior. And I'm sorry again to Gertie. This is like the 100,000th time she's apologized to Gertie. Like, let it go. Gertie's
Hmm.
probably over it.
Hmm.
There's no one to blame for this but me. What I've done, it didn't come out of nowhere. I see now that it came from years of trauma I never fully faced. It's bubbled up, blah, 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 blah. She called it her behavior a cry for help, and she needs to get herself together for her daughters and for her boys. And she says that a lot of her trauma comes from losing her 5-month-old son who died in the year 2000 from shaken baby syndrome, which I remember she spoke about
Hmm. Yeah.
me. I think it was her first season. She spoke about that.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, she just basically said that she's working through her trauma. And she says a lot of the reasons that things on the show are misconstrued is because English isn't her first language. She speaks 5 languages, and sometimes her words don't come across clearly, and she gets meanings and certain words mixed up, whatever. But yeah, that was pretty much her point.
Well,
And yeah.
if she's checking her in herself to get help, I do hope she gets the treatment that she needs.
Mhm.
And I think she should take a season off or not come back at all so she can really work on herself and show us that growth. And not even show us, like just work on yourself in your marriage, girl, because clearly like you're a serial cheater. Like there are severe issues going on. Work on yourself, work on your marriage. You have two beautiful baby boys you adopted, and that should be your priority. We wish you well.
Yeah, she need to fix that. With she needs to, like you said, focus on the boys, creating a foundation and a solid, good life for those children who she adopted, because
Yeah.
they're already gonna have a difficult time because they're minorities being raised by white people, not only just white people, but it's a lesbian couple, which in is not
Yep.
easy for,
Mm-hmm.
homosexual couples to have children and raise them because society can be really, really mean. But it's
Mm-hmm.
probably just something they really need to focus on. And they don't have the best relationship with the older two girls. So
Yep.
she needs to focus on solidifying that family unit because it's
Yep. I
not.
agree. I agree. Agreed.
Um, yeah, but like you said, oh, and Adriana, she went on a podcast and she
She's
said
been going on every podcast,
everywhere, everywhere.
doing every interview possible. I'm like, girl, stop.
No, she
But
wants it
tell us.
known. She said she was going to break the fourth wall, but it was not about her sleeping or not sleeping with Julia. She was going to talk about the fact that Julia was cheating on Martina and just giving details about how she cheated on Martina. And she went on to like be very descriptive. I didn't get a chance to listen to the full thing, but I just thought that was crazy that Julia like outed herself. If I was Julia, I probably would have assumed that that's what she was going to say as well because Adriana didn't really say anything different from what we already knew.
Hmm.
Like she just gave a little more details basically about who the guy was that Larsa was talking about seasons ago that Julia was seen
Hmm.
hanging out with.
Hmm.
Yeah, she has been talking a lot.
She's been talking a lot, and I feel like sometimes when like you talk a lot, it like I feel like sometimes I always think less is more. You know what I mean? Sometimes
What did
saying
Shakespeare
less,
say? Thou protest too much?
yeah, it's just like Adriana, I think like people don't even like Julie like that. But what's it called? Now let's get into, was that it for headlines?
So Potomac, you want to talk about Potomac?
Yes.
Okay,
Did you
related to
watch?
Potomac, there's two.
Okay.
TMZ did confirm that Stacey and her husband's divorce was final.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So we can let that go.
Yep.
And Wendy and Eddie have both been posting just like they both posted photos of themselves and their family, and their captions were just like, "Oh, thank God for, health and that we're all together and like God will see us through." Um, and then it's been rumored that cameras are picking back up to film them in this particular moment, and that
Oh, wow.
it's might possibly be like a 1 hour special of like them going through their whole legal thing and blah 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 blah, and that's why they haven't said anything about it.
Interesting.
Allegedly. I would
Interesting.
watch it because I'm nosy, but I don't know if it's
Oh,
necessary to have.
I for sure want to watch it. How do you feel with seeing some of their posts or whatever they've been posting? Like, how has it made you
It comes
feel?
off like I'm not guilty. And like that's how it's not, it doesn't come off like, I really hope God is on my side and like carries me through this. It comes off like the truth is on my side and you'll all see it eventually. You know what I mean?
And like,
Like
do you like how, do you believe that, or are you just kind of like, all right, do you boo until
I
like
feel like
until
they did it. The reason I feel like they did it is because the police have said we have evidence that we've seen you reported these things stolen. You actually returned them to the store. They have the email between them two. I'm like, unless somebody's like super, there's some super crafty assistant or something. Like, I just don't see,
Yeah.
like with Karen and her DUI, I could see her getting out of that, even though she clearly did it because those are just things you get out of. But like this was
Hmm.
a literal crime. Like you might as well have just broken into the store at this point.
I feel like, I mean, I know it's like innocent until proven guilty, but the evidence that we've seen from the investigation, to me, I'm like, I would respect, first of all, I'm so disappointed with what they've been charged with and like
Mhm.
their behavior, but I would respect them so much more if maybe they didn't say anything at all right now, or they weren't posting as if they were like
Right.
innocent and like the Lord is their witness and like they will be set free. I'm like, do you like I don't know, it gives me the ick. It just makes me feel like they're just so dishonest, and I'm just so disappointed in Wendy. I expected so much more from
Yeah.
her, you know?
I know she had picked up teaching at a local school. She was teaching a sociology course about the effects of reality TV or something along those lines, ironically. And there were quotes on from at some like local news station from there was a professor who had to take over her course. So like the news came out that Friday, and then by that Monday they had another professor taking over her course, and some of the students just said they were really disappointed in her and they really respected her. And yeah, I agree 100%.
It just it just and then as I'm watching the episode, like the season, I'm just like, every time she's shading someone in a confessional, saying like they're a clown or they're liars, and she's just used to the lies. And
Mhm.
I just can't take her seriously. And then when she's walking in every scene, first of all, that scene where she's wearing like not even a dress, it was like a coat turned into a diaper at the bottom. I was like,
You know that outfit I saw there's an influencer who goes through the outfits of the Real Housewives and says how much they cost. she said that that romper is like $300. And I was like, what? Because yes, you're right. It did look like a diaper.
It just was like, and she walks in, and I'm just like, is that like, did you like? And all the girls are like, it just was like, and I don't know fashion like that. I just was like, that is such a miss for me.
I just
Like,
felt like it was a bit much for the venue. That's all.
it
Just like
reminds
when
me
she
of.
met Kay at the dock or the board, wherever they were, I was just like, this outfit. I mean, I thought it was cute. The purple one I thought was cute, but I was just like, it feels like a bit much for the venue.
I liked what she wore to the pregame at Kay's house.
The black
The
dress.
black, ooh, she looked good. She looked
Yeah.
amazing. She looked expensive, and I was like, I see where you're spending your money. But it was this episode. I was entertained. How did you feel about this episode in general?
I can't wait to see Angel stand up to Kay because first of all, you said that you said behind my back you were going to chin check me, and then Giselle is right. Kay did chin check her in this episode verbally, only because Angel didn't respond. Had Angel responded and shut that down, then you know what I'm saying? But I think Angel's just taking her time because this is her first season. I probably would too. But in real life, like in regular everyday life, I would have handled that on the spot.
Kay came with some energy, and I don't know if it's because she had mom and her boyfriend. That was random. Like, why are your mom and your boyfriend in the living room? Those two don't even get along, but they're just there, just there. It was weird. Like they didn't have to be there. That was the house or her condo wasn't big enough for all those people to be there, and then like producers and camera crew. But Kay definitely put Angel in her place then and there. I was a little disappointed with how I don't know. I felt like Kay. I don't know. I was a little disappointed with how she came at Angel, and I
Mhm.
do think Angel was she's assessing the scene, the
Mhm.
girls. I feel like she doesn't want to let loose yet. It's coming. It's coming. I know it's coming.
Yeah, I have
She,
a feeling she don't play that, but I think
yeah.
she's the more professional and mature, so she's,
Yeah.
figuring it
I'm
out.
I'm really I'm liking Angel so far. In these first two episodes, three episodes, I'm liking her. I feel like she's level-headed. And when Giselle like was like, "What's going on with her boobs?" Like, it's too much. I'm like, girl, she has a small baby and she's got big boobs. If you mind, don't look. You know what I mean? But I mean, she was spilling, severely spilling.
Yeah, it was
Um,
a lot.
it was a
It was a
lot.
lot.
But I was like, she looks great. Like, you know what? Who cares? Um, yeah, there was, yeah, Kay definitely put her in her spot there.
I can see what Kay's issue with Wendy is, though. I
100%.
yeah, especially after like in the first episode, it didn't really come across, but this episode for sure makes sense. So,
It makes complete sense. And I feel like a lot of fans are actually not saying Kay's side. They're saying that she's trying too hard. What Kay's trying to say is that Wendy is only a friend while they're filming.
right,
And then off the show, she's not involved. She's not a friend. And Kay's like, oh, like I thought we were actually friends in real life. And Kay needs to learn you have coworkers and then you
right.
have real friends.
Hmm.
Wendy's not your real friend.
That's exactly what I was gonna say too, because they were even when she was introduced to the show, it was like I do remember when they first I wherever they went. Did they go to North Carolina with Mia? Was that their first trip when she shared with Stacy?
I don't remember, but they went,
But
yeah, but
whenever they went on that trip and like she didn't feel good and stuff, and she was like, Giselle's the one checking on me, but like she was
yeah,
introduced to the show by being Wendy's friend. It was weird. It was
it
weird.
was weird, but it made sense. I understand Kay's side, but she's got to realize Wendy's not your friend. She's there to do a job. She is your coworker. Um, we are running out of time though, so we are going to wrap up. This episode was good. Headlines were great. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you always for tuning in. Don't forget to like, save, subscribe, leave a comment, let us know what you think.
And
And
don't
as
forget to
always,
follow us on all the things, Instagram, TikTok, and Threads, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye.
bye.